Vowing a strong response, senators on both sides of the political aisle introducing a resolution calling the Saudi crown prince complicit in the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. This comes just days after CIA Director Gina Haspel briefed key senators on her agency's assessment of the killing. Joining us now to react is Michael O'Hanlon from the Brookings Institute. Thank you for joining us. What does it mean to have the Senate take this action? Does it mean anything?
You know, it's a fascinating development because it doesn't really change that much directly, of course. It's a sense of the Senate, if you will. You know, we're finding that Mohammed bin Salman was complicit. At least that's what the Senate believes, based on information that it's been briefed, and what I believe, too, based on what I can gather from the outside. But it doesn't require any specific response in terms of sanctions, in terms of somehow trying to arrest Mohammed bin Salman and put him before a U.S. or international criminal court. It doesn't lessen U.S. military protection for Saudi Arabia if they get in a fight with Iran. And, of course, separate from this is the track where the Congress is considering reducing or ending support for the Saudi war or the Saudi role in the war in Yemen. And I think that will continue, but that's separate from this specific finding. So it really strikes me as more symbolic than anything, but I think it's sort of an important marker, an important signal to President Trump, thou shalt not ignore human rights in American foreign policy, and an important marker to Mohammed bin Salman. You're a young, brash, arrogant, and it turns out murderous young man, and if we're going to deal with you for the next 50 years as the leader of Saudi Arabia, we're going to have some opportunity now to take some corrective action and send a pretty strong message about the kinds of behavior we cannot accept. So it's symbolic, but it may still be quite important.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of strikes me like the UN when they put forth a resolution that they have no army to back it up. Yep. You know, they just sort of sit out there and condemn someone. Could it be linked to some of these other actions? I mean, I guess you could look at it. Does it get the Senate off the hook because they say they've openly condemned this, so then they don't have to follow through with action on any of the other fronts you talked about, whether it was supporting the war in Yemen or weapons or more sanctions? Or does it foreshadow more of those things? Which do you think is more likely?
Well, it's an excellent question. You belong in Washington with that kind of realpolitik analysis. But I think you're right that it really does potentially provide a safety valve or an excuse or an opportunity for the Senate to say, OK, we passed this one resolution saying we'd like to end military support for the war in Yemen by Saudi Arabia, and we passed another resolution saying we think Mohammed bin Salman is complicit in this murder, and now we really can't do much more. We don't feel the need to do much more. We've vented our outrage, and now let's move on. And to some extent, that probably is what will happen in the grander scheme of things, because the United States and Saudi Arabia need each other so much that however horrendous this murder was, I don't think it's going to break the fundamental relationship. But I still think it continues the momentum towards the Congress having a bit of a showdown with President Trump about forcing a change in Saudi policy on the war in Yemen in particular. So far, we see somewhat unrealistic ideas being thrown out there, you know, indefinite ceasefires, things like that. This may signal that the Congress is going to stay engaged on trying to gradually wind down that war. And if that's the collective effect of these different resolutions, then I think it could be a good thing.